But if we're gonna have coffee, we're gonna have coffee pie. Lots of sugar. Sugary sweet stuff. All right, guys, you ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Okay. So, dude, I'm so excited to be here. So freaking excited. Okay. Orange, track 2 and 4. Good to see you. Okay, who is anybody here first time you've ever been to any? Okay, I want you to stand up. I just want to see you. Oh man, you guys are awesome. Round of applause. First time attendees. All right, so listen. I gotta tell you, I've had the best morning ever. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
Okay, no, it's the funniest thing in the world, okay? So I was, let me see, where was I? I was about to go to the bathroom real quick. And like we all do before, like when we're nervous, because I'm nervous, everybody's nervous, right? And I drank a lot of water, you know, and some hot tea this morning. I apologize for the voice because that Dan and Shay show was so good. Kara was giving away $40,000 in trips last night. One of my girls won, Erin Ruth. You guys, that's like some life-changing stuff. Like, I don't care who you are, when you look at those women, you're like crying for them because you know what that means. You know, it's an opportunity that they may never had. Some people have never flown. Who here flew for the first time? Anybody here? Yeah, it's amazing to me. But I had the best day yesterday, but today I had an incredible morning. The best morning I've ever had. And I'm going to tell you why. I was using the restroom, and I went to pull up and zip up my white pants. And I was sitting there, and I said to myself, "This is a really good day." I just said that, I'm really excited for today. You know, get in your zone. I went to the family bathroom, so I was by myself saying this to myself. And so people were like, "What's Kelly's talking to herself?" Yeah. And I was saying it out loud, but when I went to you wash your hands, you dry it off, and you always touch your pants, right? Isn't that weird? I'm like, "Oh, I have white pants, I can't touch it." And I barely grazed my back pocket, and I haven't been able to fit these pants for 2 years. And I found this earring. And I was like, I found it before I sat on it. This is the best day ever. This just happened to me. And it gives me chills because there is something positive that happens every moment of every day. And you just have to realize it and appreciate it. I've saved this pair of earrings for 2 years. The other part of it, looking for it. I might be a hoarder. But I was looking for this earring. And it saved me an ouchie poke in the butt. No pun intended. Okay? So my name is Kelly Ellis Neal. I'm a national director of Pyramids. I've been with Pyramids as a transfer since that was January 17th, 2014. Anybody else to transfer in the room? Woo! Thank you. Raise your hands. I love my transfer girls. I'll tell you right now, because I know it's a tough day, but you know what? It was a blessing. It was the best thing that ever happened to my family and I, because it changed my life forever. And in 2.5 years, last year I was #1 recruiter in the company. Globally, and I have to say it's not about being #1, it's the fact that I paid off $117,000 in 19 months.
That's what I'm talking about.
And even better than that, I've met the most incredible women, and I've traveled, and I will officially be able to say I've traveled the world in the next week because I'm leaving for South Africa, Australia, New Zealand on Sunday. So if you have ever dreamed of anything, it can come true. It's just your attitude. It really is. It's how you live your life. It is not luck. It is not timing. It is your attitude and how you deal with every present situation. So we're going to talk about developing a winning attitude, ladies. Okay. I'm a storyteller, so bear with me today. I was at a deli. I'm not going to say the name because we're live and I don't want to get in trouble. And you ever been to a deli? Raise your hand. You know when you pull the number, you got to wait in line? There was 3 people in front of me. One was getting like a 1/4 pound of Lebanon bologna, and one was getting about a 1/4 pound of this, and I was like, oh, Lebanon bologna, that sounds good. And I was waiting my three, I was number 3 in line. I'm listening to all their orders and stuff. I'm looking at all the meats, like which one, because my husband's only gonna eat sandwiches while I'm here for a week. So I'm like picking out some meat, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's what he can do, my son's home. And I have to say, like, the thought of leaving my son and stuff with just sandwiches, so I got him chicken nuggets and stuff, but whatever. So I'm standing in line at the deli, okay? And I'm number 3, my turn comes up, and the lady right in front of me, the last thing she got was ham. I don't know what kind of ham, but I knew I needed ham, right? Like I was like, I need a pound of ham for Billy Neal. So I walk up, and I'm like, listen, don't take that ham off, because I watched her wrap everyone, put it back in between. I'm like, don't take the ham off. I'll take a pound, exactly how it's sliced. Like, no, she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I don't want you to actually rewrap it and stuff. Like, I'm next. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Do you know how many people watch me rewrap it and then ask me for the same one? And I was like, you know what? Today's your lucky day, okay? But thank you. I need a pound of that. And I said, and listen, I'm just going to tell you my order, because the line starts building up behind me. I said, I just want a pound of any kind of baked turkey, don't care. Cheapest, whatever. I need a pound of the ham, and I need a pound of American cheese, white, yellow, whatever you already have in that. Because I see, 2 that she's, already done. Whatever you got, totally cool. And she sliced it with a smile. She's happy, because I just made it easier for her, and it was easier for me, because I didn't have to make any decisions, right? It was already done for me. Less thinking you got to do, the better you are. So, doing that, and then this one lady behind me starts tapping her cart. I thought she was having a convulsion, so I looked, I'm like, hey, and she's like, and then this man comes up and he gets his ticket and he starts tapping his cart. And I'm like, oh my God, seriously, I thought something was wrong. I was like, what's going on? But I just kept looking and I'm smiling, I'm watching my turkey now and my cheese. And the lady comes up to me, and I get in close, because I'm a close talker, and over-the-counter close, and I said, thank you so much. I just greatly appreciate you for doing that. And she's like, not a problem, thank you so much. And I go to turn around, and this woman, before I even turn around, she zooms in front of me, she's like, my order is easy. Right? Okay, so I put my little meat products in there, and I could do one of 3 things. I could punch her in the face. I could hand her my business card and say, if you need instant gratification, here's my card. I have a pink van outside for you, whatever you want. Or I could just choose to ignore it and not stoop to her level and just walk away with a smile knowing that I'm having a great day, right? It's about the decisions. It's about a choice that you make in life, ladies. You choose your attitude. It's a choice. Now, I have to tell you, who wishes they could live like this every day? You're fired! Okay, hey! Your car ever get towed? Parking lot spot, get a ticket? Did you lose your keys in the crack, can't get it out? Hard day, soft happy afterwards. Ladies, don't worry, be happy. Okay? It's a decision. Whatever happens, you decide. The greatest difference maker in your life is inside you and your attitude. Do you believe this?
Yes.
Who here thinks that it's going to happen and you don't have a choice? Raise your hand. Okay, I knew it. I love you. It is a decision. It is a choice. You cannot help what happens to you, but you can decide to do what you want with it. Now, how you respond to a difficult, negative circumstance will determine how far you will go in your business. In 2010, I had a horrific accident. I was a woman-owned landscaper and CDL truck driver for 16 years of my life. I had an accident that enabled me to barely be able to walk and not walk for almost 18 months of my life on my right foot. I chose, by choice, to be sad, miserable, get in a dark place, and be somewhere where I didn't want to be, because I thought that's what I had to do. I thought I was a victim. I thought, how can this happen to me? I was having such a good life, and this is like devastated it. I was on the brink of losing my house. I couldn't landscape. I had a 2.5-year-old at home. I was like, I can't carry him. I'm never gonna have another kid again, because how am I gonna carry a kid? When, all your plans, your dreams, all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. And I boo-hooed. Guys. I boo-hooed for a little while, I'm not gonna lie. I went and got my phlebotomy license, so I was like, well, at least I can sit and do a tech, and then I got a job where I had to walk and do a tech. I could never sit except for on my breaks. Because I had my CDL truck driver license, I drove a mobile health unit, but I had to still set up the jacks and everything, and half the time I was on a cane, but I was going to do it because I needed to make money, so I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. Have you ever robbed Peter to pay Paul? Thank you. Thank you, Lee. And, I think back of that 18 months, it makes me sad, because I didn't realize I had a choice until the day I woke up, and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I slapped myself in the face at least twice. And I said to myself, life is good. You still have that roof over your head. You still have a beautiful son. You kind of have a marriage left. And only you can save this. Only you can change this. Nobody else can do it for you, Kelly. And I woke up that day, and I thought about it for a little while. And I struggled for a little while. And at the time I was doing slumber parties, and I tried to incorporate some parties back in my life to make extra income, but I just could not get ahead. I couldn't get ahead, but I tried. I mean, I did it with a smile every day, guys. 5 days before January 17th, 2014, my husband said, you gotta stop all this craziness. You can't do, at the time, parties anymore. We just gotta buckle down. We gotta get out of this $117,000 in debt. We gotta get out of this debt. And I said to him, I love what I do, and I don't love doing the other things I'm doing. I love being with the women. And I truly, when I got into the business, I was the girl that signed up that night for the free shit. I was that girl, guys. Don't be scared to sign her up. My order was $387.32. Okay, and when I said to Bill, I said, it's changed my life. I know this is a calling. I love it. And he said, well, we gotta buckle down. We gotta do something. So I prayed about it. And that morning, when that screen turned pink, I was like, sign from God. I was like, amen. I am meant to do this, because it was a change. It was something, and I saw that door open. I saw the other one just close right behind me, and I walked right through both feet. And I went balls to walls. Okay? I made, over 12 weeks getting everything together, I made over $44,000. I quit my job. I quit everything. I was like, I am not a victim, I'm a victor. And I just proved myself very quickly that this business could do it, and I knew it. I told my husband, I said, like, he was looking at the taxes, I said, don't worry, next year's taxes will be just fine. Just give me 1 year. 1 year, Billy. And he's like, I believe in you, let's do it. Supportive spouses are very important. It's how you respond to a difficult, negative situation. It's a choice. All right, so listen, your attitude will either be your greatest ally or your greatest hindrance. Do you see this? You can be a wolf in sheep clothing. You can fake it all you want. And I believe in faking it till naked. I still think I'm a pillow. I literally faked it for like years to stand up in front of people. Okay? When I was 31, I went to that party and signed up and all that stuff. It was the first time I ever saw a love enhancement product. I was 31. I had a 1-year-old at home. I've been married for 3 years at that point.
That's me.
Thank you. So I had to fake it till I make it. This is different. This is when you pretend to be positive, but inside you're still like perfect. Like, you look so beautiful. Like, I hate that bitch. In your head. That's not okay. It doesn't work, because you're eating your soul negatively. You're eating your soul. You're soul destroying yourself by doing that. There's something good in everything. Now listen, where does your attitude come from? Look, how many home, background, environment, experiences, people are your greatest influences? Don't let people control you. Who is a boss that controls your every move? Raise your hand. Like you just, yeah. Okay, so you have but you don't like it. It's not your personality. It's not your comfortability level. Who has a spouse that controls your every move? Anybody out here? Yeah, like just, I'm being honest. Who has children that control your every move? Okay, like, you know what I mean? It happens, but you have to take control of it. You have to. You have to be the person to say, I have boundaries, okay? And it's really important because once you take control, you'll see your attitude will change. It really will. I think it's just, we always just feel like it's happening to us, there's nothing we can do about it, but I'm telling you, you can change it. And I'll teach you how today. I will teach you, I will help you. I promise. Your attitude affects every aspect of your life. Do you see this? What's this cat's name? I didn't know that. So I was doing this class, Kayla Frazier, and the girls we were all like brainstorming, and I'm like, what is this? The cat? Like the mean cat? Like what? And they're like, oh my God, Kelly, you've never seen this? No, because I don't look at negative things. So this is the grumpy cat. Don't be the grumpy cat, okay? Like the things that you say, your body language, your work habits. Somebody said to me, what do I look like, a Caribbean sea sunset today? Yeah, I dress the way I want to feel. I dress the way I want to feel. I want to be a Caribbean sunset. Who doesn't? I mean, if you don't, if you want to be starry, starry night, then dress like starry, starry night. If you want to be rainbows, get your hair rainbowed. Dress the way you want to feel. Be who you are. Everywhere's black. They're so scared to wear color. They're so scared to wear white because their tummy's going to show. 230 pounds. Do I look okay in white? Woo! Okay. Wear colors in white. Unless you're like, I'm dark. But have something on you. That little inner, okay? I have associates in arts, associates in science. I love art. Okay? I wore black the first probably 6 years of doing this business. You know what I mean? Stationary black pants, black shirt. I want to be my personality. So dress the way you are. And this is, you guys, women are so judgmental. They are so judgmental. I don't care what you say. I don't judge people, but it's by nature. They first look at your hair, they look at your dress, they look at your shoes, they look at your children. Yeah. And when they see your children and you're trying to present a business, they're like, oh, if that's her kids, she can't run a business. Women are, I don't care if it's wrong, that's real life. You want to talk real? Is this real talk today? That's real life. Okay? And I'm not saying life's perfect every day. Put on a little lipstick. Put a little shiny shine on something. And your kids, your children's behavior, I know you can't control that, but just teach them grace. And if you are positive and you have grace, they will follow in suit. It is a choice. And I know, listen, my son got diagnosed with ADD. That is not a choice. But I'm still going to teach him to be a gentleman. And I'm still going to make sure that he says hello to everybody. And if your child can't do it, that's okay. It's okay. But at least we can lead by example. It's the best you can do. That's what you can control. Just try. Just try, guys, okay? I'm not being judgmental. This is what people want in the businesses. This can be used anywhere in life, but we're talking about pyramids, right? Okay, perfect. Work habits. I was a hot mess express. The second I got one little system that changed my life, I became more structured and I made money. It was like frazzle, right? Just have a little structure. A little. I'm not asking for a lot. Like, get a date book instead of nothing or something. Something different in your structure, okay? Body language. Don't slump over. When you walk in a room, you're like, hot damn, yes, I'm good. Let's take this over. Who wants to have a good time? Who wants to make a $2,000 party tonight? Let's do this. Don't walk in like, oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. Don't do that. We do it. Self-doubt. It's in your mind. It's all it is. You have the choice to change it. Your personality. People say you can't control it. You can change your personality just enough. Okay? Just enough to make it okay. And your health. Look, I used to have 230 pounds. I was like 256 after January this year. And I had a couple health scares. Okay? And I'm telling you, learn to love your body. Learn to love your curves. It is one size world. One size does not fit everybody, but just pretend that it does. Because it's your choice. It is your choice. Go to places, have somebody dress you. Have somebody teach you to own your body shape, whatever it is. I don't care what it is. And then even just walking and parking at the end of the parking lot changed my life. It helped that I have a pink van, I want to be on the street corner. But it helped. Little things help, you guys, in Zumba Nation. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right. Now, what you think about most determines your attitude. What you think about, you bring about. If you are like, even if you don't say it out of your mouth, remember, you're soul destroying. If you're thinking it, it's there. You just got to eliminate that negative. You've got to. You have to. I'm going to drill this in your head. You're going to leave out of here so freaking sunshines and rainbows and butterflies. You're going to be like, this is the best day ever. Ice cream from Kelly's class. Because this is it. Stop thinking bad shit, you guys. It's going to happen. Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Because when it does, you still got to deal with it. Don't think about it. Okay? Just get it out of your head. You got to. Mindset matters. Your mental attitude determines your interpretation and response to situations. Who here has ever had a really bad situation and changed it to a positive? Okay, go ahead. Right there. Big lady. Peachy, stand up. What was the situation?
You'll make it real.
In less than 30 seconds. I'm kidding. What's your name?
My name's Amber Cook.
April Cook?
Amber.
Amber Cook. Where are you from, Amber Cook?
I'm from Eastern Kentucky.
I can tell you're a Kentucky girl. All right, give me a brief synopsis of a situation that you totally turned around. Go ahead.
Back when in 2006, when I was 16, I was raped by my mom's second husband. For about 2 years, I couldn't tell my body. I had to leave in the dark. I self-medicated a lot. I was 16-year-old drinking buying off of a bootlegger, because where I grew up was a dark or dry society, so we were still on the boom age back down there.
Yep.
But anyway, I went off to college, and I knew right then that I was going to make sure that I didn't have to go through, I didn't want other women and younger girls to go through what I had been through. So then that's when I started counseling. Right now I'm almost finished with my master's degree in marriage, family, and couple counseling. And then back in 2014, when I went to Laura Hagen's party, that's when I got introduced to Pure Romance. And for about a year, I bought everything I could get my hands on because I just loved all of it.
Yeah.
And then I finally joined. I didn't pay a dime to start because I sold the Body Do Coochie stuff.
That's right.
In 48 hours, I sold 58 bottles.
3 hours, she sold 58 bottles.
Because I wanted it. I knew I wanted it. I tried the stuff. And ever since then, I have kicked ass.
That's what.
And I don't have somebody else pushing the way I had to for that long.
Thank you, Amber. It takes a lot to share that story. Don't you agree? I mean, that's not an easy situation. I mean, if you have one worse, hey, we all do. We have stories. Remember your environment, your background, how you were brought up, things that happened to you, people that controlled you. Remember all those we talked about earlier slide? It's the choice you make. It is the choice you make to do with what has happened to you. It is a choice. And you made a damn good choice. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Now, you have to do the mindset, to turn the I can'ts into the I cans. You guys take a picture of this. You should go back to this every day. I think it's really important that you just eliminate the I can't out of your vocabulary. There's lots of people that say I can't. I hear it all the time, especially your team members. If you do it here as teams, raise your hands. Perfect. How many times? I can't do that. I can't be like you. I can't have as much inventory. I can't book that many parties. I can't. You're like, so what can you do? Are you just sitting there doing nothing all day? What can you do? You've got to eliminate that, and you've got to teach your teams that, you guys. It's so important. And then lead by example. Lead by example. Now, the important principle, you don't see what your eyes, you don't see with your eyes, you don't hear with your ears, okay? And seeing and hearing actually takes place in your mind, okay? I know you think you see with your eyes, but you really aren't, like, what is that word called? Information, I'm sorry, I'm so dyslexic. Your eyes and ears are transducers that feed information to your mind. Your mind interprets information and determines what it sees and hears. Okay? Now, if you were over your life seeing really bad things happen to your mom or something like that, like, physical abuse or something, okay? And that can be devastational to a child, right? So it's very hard, and when you grow up, it can trigger things in life, later in life. So how you think about it when you consciously can is how you're going to change the outcome for yourself. You can't change your past, right? You can't. I know this is happening to people. I talk to people all the time. And I think it's really important to know that just because you saw something doesn't mean every time you see it, and you can change it. You can stand up now, you can help people out now, you can listen to the people's stories and help them now. It's just the way that your brain is actually processing the information. What do you see? And this slide is going to lead to something else, but I want to say, what do you see? Do you see are you an optimist? Do you see the glass half full? Are you a pessimist? Do you see it half empty? Or are you an opportunist, where you see that glass and you're like, I'm going to drink everything in it because I know I can go refill it every day. Okay? And that's a choice. But what do you see in this picture, guys? Say it out loud. A vase, two vases. What do you guys see in this? I saw liar too first. I'm like, does that mean I'm negative? You see the face? The liar is L-I-A-R. Because that would drive me crazy all day if I clicked it without telling you. If you didn't see it. And I have to say, it's funny because then you question yourself, does that make me negative? No. It just means you see things different. Everybody sees things different. For instance, who sees a rabbit? Raise your hands. Who sees the duck? Isn't that funny? I saw the rabbit, you saw the duck. Does that make me better? Do you? No, we just look at things different. Right? And then, please, let me know. What color is it? This was such a topic of conversation. But it brought awareness that everybody sees differently. And everybody interprets what they see differently, right? So, does it make it right or wrong? Does it make it good or bad? No, it just says we're all different. I mean, I see blue and black right now, but the other day I saw like a gold and white. Okay, so listen, I did too, and everybody's like, I never heard anybody seeing both. I saw both. I think every day we get up, we see things different every day, guys. Okay? So, with that said, reset the way you react to things. And people interpret circumstances and situations differently, as we did in these the samples or whatever, but how you choose to see the things and how you react, freaking out when hitting an obstacle is like, it's very important to your success, because life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how what I do to it. You know what I mean? What I do with it. And I love the fact that we have a choice. And I'm going to keep saying it. It's a choice. Make sure you choose the light side and not the dark side. Because dark side gets you in a deep, deep hole. And sometimes it's really hard to get out of it. I mean, really hard to get out of it. So it's better to just think rainbows and butterflies. Okay? Now, I would say stop blaming and take responsibility. Okay, who here has girls in their teens? They blame their parents, their friends, their physical condition, their environment, you name it. Who here? Raise your hands. Who has the perfect team and nobody blames anybody and everything's awesome? Okay, good. So we're all on the same. Thank you to my one team, my two team members in the room. I love you guys. It's so funny because, parents is a tough one in our business. If we're doing, someone who lives with their parents or something, or highly, a religious family, we hear a lot of times, or what are my parents going to think? So these are obstacles that, people can blame and not be successful. And really helping your team out with this and giving them situations and ideas. If you know someone in the business that had a really hard time with their parents accepting, hook them up together. network them. Let them hear from somebody. If you feel like, if someone has children and you don't have children, find a consultant that has children that's rocking their business. Connect them, network them. Because the relatability is what's going to happen. And if you're like, somebody, their friends, oh my God, who has that friend? Raise your hand. That one nagging, negative friend. Okay, let me tell you something. Is she a dream stealer? Is she your poo-poo on your party pants? People have husbands. They have partners. They have wives that are negative. There's so many people involved that are negative. And I know it's hard to say this because you can't cut off family, right? Unless you want to. It's a good excuse. Get on my own. I'm just kidding. But start taking time and stepping back and separating yourself. Doesn't have to be overnight, so it's not abrupt. But maybe, just slowly step back and separate. Like if you're always together every single day and it's draining your soul dry, step back and start making other priorities in front of that person that make you feel good. And don't feel bad about it. 2 types of people in this world. 2 types. People that want to see you succeed and people that want to see you fail. And when you succeed, the people that want to see you fail will join your team. 2 types of people. And when you're with those negative people, it's okay because once you succeed and you're positive, and they're going to say, man, she really stepped it up. And I thought it was kind of fake or whatever, but I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling lonely, or she's not paying attention to me anymore. Maybe I need to turn to the right side. I have a friend like that. She's in the room right now filming me. I'm going to call her out. My dear friend Irina over there, her and I didn't get off to the best start, I feel like, because I saw her as a negative Nancy. Let's call a spade a spade. And one day, I just all of a sudden, and I didn't separate myself completely because Irina knows I didn't, but I was distant because every time it was something like I felt like wasn't right. And it was really strange because a couple of years ago, all of a sudden I was like, man, we started hanging out, we started going to lunch, doing stuff again, and really interacting again, and talking all the time. I said, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? I swear to God. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're so positive. I'm not kidding you. I was like, I had to be honest with her. She knows it. I remember the conversation. And she goes, I decided to be positive. I decided none of that negative was working for me. She lost her mom. All kinds of things happened to her, and she just was like, I'm over it. I'm ready to live my life. I'm ready to live positively. And I'm going to surround myself with positive people, and you're the first one I call, Kelly. So just because you detach doesn't mean that you don't reacquaint. But you make sure it's on your terms, because it's a choice. Okay? And thank you so much, Irina, because she's a huge supporter and such a dear friend of mine. So just want to tell that story, and that took a lot to stay in front of her, but I'm just going to it because she's going to be here. Okay? Now, taking responsibility for your mind, you must take responsibility for your attitude. Your attitude is a matter of choice. People who feel that they are victims have no choice, no matter whatever. Nothing's going to change. Will you be a victim or a victor? Who wants to be a victor? Raise your hand. That's what I want to see. That's what this class is for. The greatest day in your life and in mine is when we take total responsibility for our attitudes. That's the day we truly grow up. That happened for me the morning I woke up and slapped myself twice and said, it's time to grow up, Kelly Ellis Neal. Only you can take care of you. Only you can fix the situation. Even though other people, I'm sure, can help along the way and support you, you have to get up and do this. You have to do it. Stop being a victim. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because a lot of people wake up every day and their dad dies, their mom dies, their sister dies, their children die. Did that happen to you today? And if it did, I'm so sorry. Did it happen to you today? You have a blessed life. Blessed life. Developing your winning attitudes requires changing your thoughts, changing your associations. That's your friends and surrounding, your negative Nancy's. Your attitude can change independent of your environment and circumstances. Most of the time, our lives, especially when facing adversity, 2 sets of thoughts and emotions are working at the same time. The right thing to do, which is the positive, and the wrong thing to do is the negative. Eliminate this. Eliminate this. You have to consciously eliminate it. Because it is happening naturally. Like our brain naturally thinks of both. Like, it's like the little devil and then like the little angel. And you're like, devil, angel. Whatever. It's like whatever's torn. Whatever you're torn with. Lean towards the side that is positive. And I have to say, the challenge that happens to everybody, and this is what I'm going to say. See these? Yeah. Go buy a pair of these. Okay? And just like everybody else, put your foot in one leg at a time. Because we all start in the same place. With the same kit. Am I right? Yeah. And if you didn't start with the same kit, I started with a standard kit. Okay? So don't compare yourself to somebody else. We all started not knowing any different. We all started with an opportunity. That was it. We didn't know what we were getting into. You think that night, I think back to that night when I spent $250, I thought I knew what I was going to get into? Heck no, I thought I was going to have a bunch of free shit. I was so excited. I didn't know until years later what I got into. I didn't make a decision to make it a business until years later. It was socializing with my own friends because I worked with 43 men. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know, but everybody has a pair of those panties. And if you don't, go buy them and wear them. Okay? Because there are mean, thoughtless people in the world. You're never going to find a perfect person. There's people that make mistakes. I make big mistakes. We might have parties canceled. Who has party canceled? Okay, I had 6 parties canceled in July.
Amen.
Okay, all right, ready? We're exactly the same. That's it. Shit happens to everybody. It's what you choose to do. What did you choose to do? Okay, good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Like, whatever you choose. Who had parties canceled the day before? Okay, who had parties canceled and they went out and advertised instead? Perfect. There's no wrong decision except for feeling like poop. That's a wrong decision. My party's canceled. I'm so angry. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to spend time with my family. I'm not going to go do another party. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be pissed off. Is that positive? No, you guys all did positive actions. That's what you got to do. And listen, ready? Our bodies are attacked. I thought I had a parasite, okay? I lost 22 pounds. It wasn't from Zumba, okay? And you know what? My body was attacked. I still did 3 parties. I brought Stephanie Stevens in the back with me because I was like, in case my leg don't feel too good, you can just take over with me. I still made shit happen. This happens all the time. Our bodies get attacked by all kinds of diseases and accidents. I did shows with a zebra cane and a dressed-up knee scooter for like ever. Like, it's a decision you make. And some people can't get out of bed and it's better. That's different. We got to plan ahead for that. Where's your plan F? What's happening? That's what this is. This is plan F. This is my plan F. It worked out real well. Okay, get a plan F. Your team members get us. We get rejected by our friends. And sometimes our families go crazy. Who is Jerry Springer at least once a week? Thank you. We're all the same guys, the same people. Don't feel like you're the only one. It's how you choose to act, okay? Now, do you know who this is? Okay, so Dr. Ben Carson was the first pediatric neurosurgeon to ever successfully split Siamese twins. Do you see what happened to this man in his life? Is that amazing? That's right, take a picture of that. When you feel bad about yourself, take a picture of that. Okay. And if that was your story, he chose to change it. Who's this? Oprah. I love Oprah. I actually call myself Oprah of pure romance. Because all my guests get, you get a viral, you get a viral, you get a viral, you get a viral, you get a viral. Like, that's what I do. I love Oprah. Do you see that she had a child at age 14 that died? Did you see that she was sexually abused and molested by 3 of her family members as well? Did that define her success? No, it drove her success. And did she do it with a positive attitude? Absolutely. And that's why I love Oprah. Like, everybody says, who's the one person you want to meet? I want to meet Oprah. You know, that's it. That's what I want to meet. I love to have lunch with her one time. Cocktails. You know, vodka, pills. I bet you won't believe me, but you can do this in 4 days. Irene did it in less than 4 days, but you can do it in 4 days. Okay? You can either wake up and do it or choose to do it. This is an action plan. If you're the person that's like, who's the triangle or the square or the person that needs the action plan? This is your action plan. You can do this in 4 days. Okay? Day 1, you're going to fill your mind with positivity. Remember I told you about getting poked in the, not getting poked in the butt on my earring I found before I sat down this morning. My pants hadn't worn for 2 years. My favorite pair of earrings, heavy look. You see them? I found it. It was in my pocket. Before I sat down, it was the best day. That was a positive, okay? And instead of living your life on autopilot, actually accept your surroundings and look at the positive. You just gotta do it. Do this on your first date, every day. This is incorrect. Every day do this. Read inspirational books. Who reads inspirational books? Who writes them? Thank you. Listen to uplifting music or call an upbeat person. I'll tell you what, 60-second dance party is my jam. I don't read. I'm gonna be honest. I'm so dyslexic, guys. Like, it's so bad. And seriously, like, I got by on my personality in school. And I have 2 associate's degrees. I literally went in there, I had people write stuff for me. I had my mom said to me, I love you, Jackie Ellis. She helped me out, she wrote everything for me. I wish I had a pen to write for me every day. And you know, it's funny because you can now listen to books on audio. That's how I learned like about Eric Worre and all that. That's how I recruited 22 people in 1 month because I listened to somebody's book, driving somewhere. And
what book was that?
it was GoPro, thank you. And by all means avoid the cynics, the gripers, the dream stealers, the poo-poo on your party pants. All day, don't call that person. Don't talk to them. Do the best you can. Leave and go to your friend's house, that's good. Whatever you gotta do to get out. Fill your mind with positive thoughts. You see this? 50 wonderful things that happen today. I can say 50 in my day, it's quarter of, is that right? It's quarter of? I can say 50 things already good that happened to me today. I can say it right now. Every single thing. Don't think 50 things, you're just not looking at the bright side. That's why you don't know. Okay? And include every small thing, like finding a quarter, not sitting on that. Greeting, you know, with a good morning. Somebody held the door. How many people hold the door anymore? That's awesome. That's a good thing, okay? And you'll realize that most of the things that happen in your life are positive. You're just always dwelling on the negative. Okay? Do you see this? I love this, you guys. This is so awesome. Except for if it was my mirror, it would say, pure success. You are awesome. I love you. Because if you look at my videos, that's what's on my bathroom mirror. And on my husband, it says, I love you no matter what. Because I want him to know that every day. The thick, the bad, the shitty. And affirm yourself. Okay? And, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm going to talk about. Building a positive attitude on day 2 is so important, okay? Congratulate the good you've done and what you will do. You know, they say don't dwell on the past, but the positive things in your past, dwell on it just a little bit and say, you did a good job. And if you did it once, you can do it again. I promise you. It's not one-hit wonder. You're not a one-hit wonder, guys. You're not. Okay? And also, like, refuse to let self-doubt enter your mind. Go in there and say, I am the best. It's not being conceited, you guys. Confidence is so important. It's so hard. Self-confidence, you have to teach yourself. If you have it, good to you. If you don't have it, you gotta learn to feel it. Find something that makes you feel good. Something. And not a negative something. You know what I mean? Like make it something that makes you feel good naturally. A mattress. Mantras. Thank you, mantras. Listen, a good mattress. And when you make a mistake, learn your freaking lesson. Don't do it again because the definition of insanity is the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Okay? And laugh at it. Shit. Laugh at it. Okay? Now, I want to write this down real quick. What is the one thing you've done well in the last 24 hours? Write it down. Who thinks they haven't done one thing well in 24 hours? Raise your hand. It's okay. You be honest. Okay. You came to my class. And I love you. And I have to say, she's going to have a really good landscaping for my chicken scratch. But you got to stop doing that shit to yourself. You have to. You came here today. Like, that's a good freaking thing. You could have chose to sleep in. You could have chose to not come. You could have chose to do other things. You did that really well. You walked in this class, you did that really well today. And tomorrow, what are you going to do tomorrow? Write it down. What are you going to do tomorrow, Scarlett? What are you going to do? Write it down, guys. One thing. I don't care if it's, I'm going to wake up and smile as soon as I wake up. Simple things. I'm not asking for you to change the world tomorrow morning. What are you going to do tomorrow? And don't put something down that's going to like be crazy because you can't get it done. Something attainable. Okay, little things. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. There you go. That's it. I love it. She's going to get it on tomorrow. She's going to do it well. She's going to do it well. Okay, fill your mind with positives on day 2. Everything. I mean, you guys, look at this. Sugar Ray said, right? You know who he is. Be a champ. You have to believe in yourself when nobody else will. That is a fact. If your whole family says you can't do it, show them you can. Thank you. Dolly Parton, this is my favorite. I'm not offended by all the dumb blonde jokes because I know I'm not blonde, and I also know I'm not dumb. I love Dolly Parton, man. I love that. It takes a lot of money to look this cheap. I love that. Okay. Watch this. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
I have no sound.
Do anything good.
Stop. Nope. You got. Did you know that Chris Chicken-Ellie got this from my family vault? From my VHS tape when I was like 4.
I can be a shark. Now my whole house is great. I can do anything good. I like my school. I like anything. I like my dad. I like my cousins. I like my aunts. I like my Allisons. I like my mom. I like my sisters. I like my dad. I like my hair. I like my haircuts. I like my pajamas. I like my stuff. I like my room. I like my whole house. My whole house is great. I can do anything good. Yeah. I can do anything good. Better than everyone. Better than everyone.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, you can ask my roommates, they think I'm crazy. You can ask, I did it in the bathroom in there before I came in here. I'm going to give you the best class today. I'm going to make sure you leave with a winning attitude. I'm going to make sure I'm positive. I'm going to make sure I'm going to smile. I'm going to make sure I'm going to touch every person. I have 2,000 women here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure it's going to be a good day. I say to myself every day, no matter where I am. And so can't we just be children again? Be a kid. Do it. They have they have the no fears in the world, and they're grateful for everything they have. Day 3, think only good things about people. Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is a tough day. This is your worst day. I mean, it's hard to think good things about people that you don't like. Okay, it's hard, but don't allow the thoughts to enter your mind at all. Get your Ellis Neal little filter, and you stick it right in your brain, and it's like a little siphon. Only the positive go in, and everything else is going to be blocked or reflected, all that negative. You say, I'm putting my Ellis Neal filter, put it right in there. I wish I could sell Ellis Neal goggles so you could see what I see. I'm being a millionaire already, okay? And I will be one day. I will be. Look for something you like in everyone you meet. This can be hard. Remember my deli counter. But I did. It made me realize I don't want to be like people like that, and it gave me patience. Okay? And that's a big thing. We'll talk about it in a minute. One person might have a great smile, another might be extremely dedicated to his work. That person might not be the friendliest person, but God, you wish you had that work dedication. Simple things like that. You can always find something you like in everybody, I promise. Your worst enemy. There's still one thing that you might have liked about that person. You just have to think about it. And also, of course, you may think it's rather Pollyanna, like, ooh, like I said, you're skipping out here. But you know what? It's not a problem. Just see that giving the opportunity is the patience and practice of adversity. And remember, I love to create a boundary. Learn to create boundaries. That's a plus. I learned how to create a boundary today. And it makes me feel good that I can set that in stone and I know where my boundaries are. It's a good thing. Okay? Now, speak only positive words on day 4. And remember, that's in your brain too. You can't be like, I love your hair, and be like, that bitch. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to believe whatever you say to that person. You have to. Okay? And you have to speak it and you have to think it. And I have to say, in order to build and maintain positive attitude, you must speak hopefully about everything. Your business, your customers, your sponsor. I don't care if you don't like your sponsor. Speak positive about it. Don't speak to it at all. your children, your health, your future. Only positive. Go out of your way to talk optimistically about everybody for that whole day. It's going to be tough. It's not easy, but it's a choice. You choose to do it. You have to talk to yourself out of uttering negative words and thinking them. And if, for instance, a man in front of you at Starbucks, you can see what happens. Take that minute. I love this. Instead of getting mad that he wants a double frappuccino, whatever, latte, blah, 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 3 cookies left, Lebanon bologna, whatever, right? Take a second and text someone and tell them you freaking love them. Okay? Life is short. Stop wasting on negative shit. Okay? And speak only positive words, obviously. Say it again. Refuse to have loser language, because if you talk like a loser, you're going to be a loser. I'm not calling you a loser. I'm not calling you a loser. You're calling yourself a loser by speaking that way. That's not on me. Okay? And I love this. The U.S. Secretary, former George Shultz, the minute you start talking about what you're going to do if you lose, you've already lost. Isn't that the truth? Okay? Now, I have to stop and talk about this. Conscious decision. You're going to stop, you're going to think about it, and then you're going to act on it. When I was at that deli counter with that lady and the guy, and they were like tapping the cards. Is she really going to just get ham, turkey, and cheese? At the deli counter. And I thought about it, I'm like, there's already prepackaged over there if you need instant gratification. They give you all kinds of options at this place. But I had to stop. I had to stop. Remember I said there's 3 choices. I'm going to punch her, remember? Yeah, I'm going to enter my card. Or I could have just chose to walk away and just gone on my day because it didn't affect me. But I just stopped, I had to think about it, I had to act on it. Don't be the deli lady behind the counter. Don't be that lady. It's not good for your soul. Now I need everybody to stand up with me, please. Stand up. And this is really important to me, so I need you to say it. And also I'm losing my voice, so I need your voice. Okay? I need you to repeat this with me. I want to say it together. I don't want you to repeat after me because we're going to do this all together. I'm going to do this with you. Okay? So we're going to start. Pure Women's Empowering Beliefs. If you want to take a picture of it, take care of it right now if you want. You know, if you feel like you need to take a picture, because this is something you should put on your top shelf. That shelf you need to go to when you're having a real bad day. You know that part of your garage, everything's way in the back, all the stuff you haven't seen in 5 years is in your garage. This needs to be in the front of your top shelf. Okay, where you can grab and go. Like you know it's there when you need it. Okay? So I want you to say this with me now. It's the Pure Women's Empowering Beliefs. Ready? I believe in myself, and there's always a way. I speak what I want until I see it in my life. I take action. I focus and clear my mind anytime I choose. I move forward with the strengths I have. I choose to be courageous. I am living my vision. I am in control of the words I speak. I see the good in others and in all situations. I am calm and peaceful. I have a plan and I'm moving forward. All I need is within me now. I create my own destiny. Amen. I love you. Ladies.
Go back, Kelly.
I can't, I don't know how. This is a great way to meet the person next to you that got the picture. That's the positive in that, because I'm not techie, you guys. I don't know how to fix that. I just didn't mean to, but I have to thank you guys. I'm going to tell you why. A, you left your families, your household, your school, your work. You left something. And you made a conscious choice to leave something, to better yourself by coming to this national training. And I am so thankful that you chose to come, because I really do believe it will change your life forever. And I'm so thankful that you guys came today. I'm very blessed to have a sisterhood. And I just love you guys so much, so thank you so much. We're going to take some questions if that's cool. You guys cool with taking questions? Okay, go ahead.
Why
one thing that I was really wondering is on the change your attitude in 4 days, is that something that you developed or did
Cheryl Force developed this whole entire class. Yeah, Cheryl Force developed this class, beautiful class. You know, she's been dealing with so many women for all these years. She's such a, and if you don't know Cheryl Force, make sure you go up and meet her. She is one of my inspirations. And I aspire to just have the patience that woman has. And I really think that she's been on so many real life of the questions and what really goes on every day with us to create this. It was spot on for us, you guys, because we all deal with this in our life, whether it's in business and family and home. So Cheryl Force did that. Yeah. Cheryl Force. Yeah.
With all the traveling you do, how do you fit in parties and family life? How do you balance that?
Well, my goal every month is to do 8 parties.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, if I didn't have to work 5 days a week times 4, I can do math, 20, right? So people travel and people go to military leave, like their families are home for 2 years. I leave mine like 8 nights and then I take them normally with me. Or, because I'm so blessed, I have a great circle of people around me that help me with William. But I make it happen, and it's on my terms. It's my schedule. So, and coming here is on my terms. I choose to come here, so my family knows I would never leave them unless it was going to better our family. So I make conscious decisions, and that comes at scheduling. Remember I said I made the little changes in my life? Instead of feeling frazzled, because you feel like you don't have enough time, you do. You just have to realize your schedule. You're frazzled when you're not scheduled. You're frazzled when you don't pre-plan plan F. That's what the frazzled is. There's no balance in the world. There's no balance. You'll never find balance. You'll never find that easy answer. But I know that you will be able to schedule it a little bit better. And I get to choose to either put my son on the bus or take him to school. Bus. You want to drive your friends day? You want mommy to take you? You want mommy day? You want friend day? You know, I have that flexibility and freedom in my schedule to do that. And if I'm not there on the first day of school, it's okay because I'm there all the other days. It's okay. I make those conscious decisions. So it's a choice, and it's a scheduling thing for me. You know what I mean? And I get to spend time with Billy and go to Cancun. But you see what I do. You're like, how does she do that? It's because I schedule it. You don't see everything. You don't see my downtimes. You don't see my lunches with my girlfriends. You don't see everything. The stuff you don't see, I do more than you see on Facebook. 10 times more. Scheduling, I learned that from Heather Pillow. Time management is super important in your life. Question?
I do have a question. Thanks. You said, the people around you and setting boundaries. What if those people aren't respecting boundaries, or people, kids are huge on soccer?
Okay, how many children do you have? How many children do you have? Okay, 3. And what are their ages?
14.
Okay, perfect. Do you ever have time to yourself, or you feel like you never do?
When I go to my party.
I love that. Is that why you do the business, to get out of the house? Listen, I did the business to get out of my house. Let's just be honest, okay? It's funny. It's how you think about it. You're perceiving it as they're time suckers and soul suckers right now, but you need the boundary. Okay, you're setting a boundary. What kind of boundary are you setting? Are you separating yourself so you have your own time, or are you saying I'm gonna have a boundary still surrounded by them?
I guess that was a two-part question. One is somebody who I can't.
Do you feel guilty not doing everything for everybody? Do you feel guilty if you don't do everything for everybody?
Maybe just kids.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna talk just children. You feel guilty if you're not at your children's beck and call.
I feel like I'm the only person to be at my children's beck.
Are you a single mom?
I am an oil field wife, so.
Okay, perfect. So you're a single mom. Okay. And I'm just being funny. I know you're not, but it's true. Okay, so you have a 4-year-old.
Yes.
Can that 14-year-old honestly take care of the other two children?
Yes, but I know there's going to be a backlash of that.
Okay, well you need to say outweigh the good and the bad. A little backlash to have some peace of mind. And please.
Can I speak to that?
I love you.
I have 4. I have a 15-year-old. And she now understands, when I'm going to my parties, it's to make money to help, for any, they need lunch for their school trip or any little things that they want to do. So when and then the two middle ones are 10 and 8. Sorry, they all just had birthdays in June, my last grade. So when they start nitpicking and mom, she's like, girl, mommy has to go, work. She helps explain that to them. And they're old enough where they can dress, brush their teeth, all of that kind of thing. If they need something to eat, they know how to work the microwave. But my 15-year-old can make like some mac and cheese or, fried spam, something. So she can help in place of me. It might be worth just having a conversation to help your 14-year-old understand a little more so that she
I agree with that. That's a great open conversation. And
Yeah,
I want to just piggyback on that. Do you want your 14-year-old to feel like you feel right now when she's growing up and has a family?
No.
Change it. Only you can change it. And if you think it's too late, it's not too late. I have an open conversation with her and be like, do you like the stuff you get? Do you like if you want to go on a trip? Need your help. I agree. Utilize what you got in front of you. Ready? It's a choice. And you're scared. You're like, I don't know if I should make that choice.
Well, my initial feeling is my daughter does not have my voice. That's my responsibility.
Look, it's a family. It's a family. I will take care of my family no matter whose children it is. Like, yeah.
She really
So,
was. Being a family is the first team you will ever be on in your life.